For me personally, pick 52, average draft position, that's like the 4th round. I'm not touching Lucas Giolito. I'm not touching him. There's just no reason for a guy like that. Jonathan VR, another one. I don't care. Personally, I don't care if Lucas Giolito wins the Cy Young, and I don't care if Jonathan VR steals 40 bases. I'm just not drafting him. Because why? And why take that? Why take that risk? The half and half chance that VR bats 250 with 14 home runs and 15 stolen bases in a full season, 15 stolen bases. I mean, what is he going to be giving you if he doesn't steal those 25, 20 plus bags? Nothing. He's not giving you nothing. Yeah, some runs. He'll give you some runs, but he's not giving you any production. No RBIs, no home runs. Hader at 56. I like that. Most of the ADPs I like. I don't like Blake Snell at 41. I guess maybe that's another risk thing. I'm very risk averse in drafts. Pete Alonso, I'm a huge Mets fan, obviously. Pete Alonso at 27th. I will never, ever draft Pete Alonso on my team anymore. Pete Alonso will never be on my fantasy team ever again, probably. 27, that's ridiculous. I can get Chris Bryant 2 rounds later. A round later. I love Anthony Rizzo. I can get Anthony Rizzo 2 rounds later, pick 59 compared to Alonso 27, Rizzo 59. Points league, you points leaguers out there, always take Rizzo, man. Rizzo, I think Rizzo. Well, Carlos Santana too, but I'll get to that later. But Carlos and Rizzo in points leagues, very, very good value, very good value. I love Darvish at 63. I'm getting to the group right here where it's a lot of guys I like. I think this is why I think auction league might be what I need to get into, because post pick 60 between pick 100, there's so many interesting guys. You have Conforto, McNeil, you have Muncy, you have Bauer, you have Darvish, you have Barrios. Those guys right there, that's a great core for a team right there. Those are safe guys with a track record. McNeil, guys that have the skills that are safe and they have good upside and a safe floor. Trevor Bauer, Roberto Osuna. I mean, these pick 65 and in the Jeff McNeil, Nick Castellanos, Nicholas Castellanos. I mean, if you're in an auction league, you want to look at these guys around, pick 80 through 90. These are the guys you want on your team right here. Josh Donaldson, if you need that power. If you don't want McNeil for the batting average, get Josh Donaldson, get that power on base percentage league. Josh Donaldson. Marcell Ozuna, pick 100. I love it. Big Marcell Ozuna guy this year. Huge Marcell Ozuna guy. Great. He's great batting average skills. He shows he can hit for batting average. I think his shoulder was messing him last year. I think that's been obvious. His throws were crazy. I remember he played the Mets last year. He couldn't even throw the ball from like 50 feet out from left field. It was crazy. His shoulder was completely messed up, and he was playing, and he actually didn't do that bad. I think what it was that it's such a competitive power environment that Ozuna just didn't get the. Let me pull up his Fangraphs real quick. I feel like his year wasn't even that bad. I think it was just, he's 29. You know what? I'm mistaken. 241 batting average last year. The year before, 280. The year before that, 312. I mean, 11% walk rate. Oh, I thought that was going to be something else. 29 homers last year. I mean, 12 steals. And this is what I like. 80 runs. This is what I like about Ozuna. Pick 100. 80 runs, 89 RBIs, 29 home runs, 12 steals. 89 RBIs, man. Give me a guy with 89 RBIs, 80 runs any day, man. That's if you got a team with a full of guys with 89, 80 RBIs, you're winning your league every goddamn time. You know what kills your league? 60 RBI guys, 60 runs guys, 50 RBI, 50 runs guys. That is seriously what kills your team. It's those 280 hitters with 50 or 60, and I'm not talking 50, 60 RBIs because they only had 400 at-bats. And maybe it is because they only had 400 at-bats. That's a big thing, too. You got to know that guy's going to be in the lineup every day. That's something that I've gotten better at through fantasy, and that's a big tip that I don't hear people talk about enough in the community. I think a lot of community assumes people understand that. But they might be talking about an interesting guy. Yeah, he's interesting. But if he's giving me 300 at-bats, like I like J.D. Davis this year, but part of me is a little worried. The Mets might not give him a lot of at-bats. Yeah, he's going pick 170. You're paying, maybe he would, if people knew he was going to get the playing time, he'd be going pick 80. But he's not the starting third baseman, starting left fielder. He's a platoon. He splits time. He's in a split. So, I would say always get an idea. That's why, following guys on, listening to other podcasts, listening to news stuff, following guys on Twitter. This stuff might just seem like tangential or whatever. This is how you win leagues. Being tapped in. You need to be tapped into the rosters. You need to be tapped into who's coming up, what teams' depth are, what guys, what are guys' trajectories and what are guys on, prospect pedigree. There's guys that, they were big hype 3 years ago and then everyone forgets about them. That could be this year with Montero. He used to be on the Mets. He's on the Rangers this year. He's looking like he might get some saves for him. He used to be a starter, nasty stuff now in the bullpen. He has the gas for it. He has the velocity for it. But no one wants him, especially it's almost like he's tainted because he was supposed to be a starter, so he's looked at as failed. But it's another story. Marcelo Ozuna pick 100. This one I might catch some flack for too. Maybe you guys don't agree. And please feel free to comment. Let me know what stuff you guys want me to talk about. Raymond Laureano on the Oakland Athletics going at pick 101. Personally, this is exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to track record. Yeah, guy had a great year last year. Loved watching him play. Solid player. Not saying these guys aren't solid players. Obviously, all these guys are great players. Like with Jonathan VR. Yeah, they're great players. I'm not saying these guys aren't great players. What I'm saying is consistency. Guy comes, and I know I'm a big McNeil guy, but McNeil to me, the profile is a lot safer. I like Laureano because if Laureano didn't have those steals, no one would care about him. Those 15 steals, everyone gets so wide-eyed about. What are those 15 steals doing when it drives up to 7? What does that do? Why not take a guy who's going to hit you 5 more home runs and get 15 more RBIs? Because the 7 steals really ain't doing nothing. It's too much, these 15 steal guys, and I do it too. George Springer was a guy I changed a lot about. Oh, because if he gets you 15 steals, or what? We need to start finding guys that are getting 20 plus. And if you're not getting 20 plus, I think it's dangerous to be boosting guys like Laureano in your rankings because you're thinking he's gonna get you 15, 20 steals. Maybe he'll get you 5 steals. Now that brings me to another pick, Kevin Biggio, who in a batting average league I personally don't draft, but if you need a steal source, I think it's interesting that he went 14 for 14 last year. Perfect stealing percentage. That's kind of rare for that many steals. So, I don't know too much about it. I didn't check his StatCast speed or nothing. Maybe I should. Probably check it after this video. But if he got that in 300 something at bats, he could easily steal 30 bases. If he didn't get caught stealing once, maybe guys are sleeping on him. I don't know, but that does not happen by accident. That's a skill. I used to like Lamet, but I cannot understand. The pitchers are so weird. Like, I'm telling you, you shouldn't be drafting Dilson Lamet at pick 122. It shouldn't be happening. You just shouldn't be touching it. You shouldn't be touching Zach Gallen at pick 118. You just shouldn't be touching it. What are you doing that? You can get Kyle Hendricks a couple picks later. Or honestly, Max Fried, right there. Kevin Biggio, noticed another thing. One of my favorite picks of this year, value-wise, Corey Seager. That's what I'm saying when a guy that runs RBIs. Corey Seager, if he's playing in that lineup, and some people say, oh, you injury risk Corey Seager. I don't think he's that big of an injury risk. Maybe it's because it's the youth. I don't see him falling off a cliff. And the shortened season does, for this year especially, the shortened season does help him a lot. But Corey Seager, I think that's great production from Corey Seager. As long as he's healthy, he's 290 hitter, maybe 280 hitter. Going to get you 25, 30 home runs. Probably get you 100, easily get you 100 RBIs.